live chat, and it also looks like my camera is blurry. I'll fix that here because there we go. That's better, I think. Hi, all. Good evening. I know I have been MIA the past couple of days, but you didn't want to hear me talk anyway because I was sick and I lost my voice because my youngest thinks it's okay to sneeze in my face and just rude. It was rude. But yes, so I am back. Still trying to get over this cold and I am very tired, but I figured I would pop in. Hi, baby. Hi, Danny. I figured I'd pop in for a little while, say hi, maybe do a little bit of quilting and hang out with y'all for like 30 minutes to like an hour. That's at least my goal for the night, to kind of jump back in on the horse and to not feel like a piece of poo. So yeah. Hello, how are you doing tonight? GT Junior Grows in Alaska. I am here. How are you doing? Oh, I also got a chicken. I got another chicken. So yeah, that was fun. Hello, Slow and Sluggish. How are you doing? Yeah, so I got another chicken. It was a total accident. You know how I got like 4 guineas earlier in the week and brought them home? Well, we went to Tractor Supply tonight and we got 1 chick. What kind of chicken? Accident? It is a blue egg layer white bar. I've never heard of it before, but we were at Tractor Supply and there was 1 left in the tank. And at first I went up to Danny and I was like, baby, it's all by itself. It's alone. It's lonely. It needs a friend. We should take it home. And he's like, no, we're not bringing the chicken home, Madison. And then like he comes back like 5 minutes later. He's like, get the chicken. He's like, I feel bad. Get the chicken. So we brought home 1 chicken, and Tractor Supply workers must have also felt really bad for it because we got it for $1. Like they put it on discount and then an extra discount on top of it, and it was like, oh, have this chicken. Yes, so we got the chicken. It's just this cute little thing. It's only about that big, and I'm hoping it's a female because they're straight run. But if it's not, it is what it is. But I felt bad for it because it was the only one in the tank. Yeah, finding chickens for $1 anymore is like really hard, especially egg layers. I will say last year we got 50 roosters for $1 a piece, but they're all in the freezer right now because we got a bunch of heritage breed roosters to try out for raising meat last year. I don't think we're going to do that again. That was not fun. They didn't grow out as fast as we wanted them to. So we're trying quail. And that's fun. And I got a bunch of quail eggs in the incubator. I'm making a video on it. I know I'm behind on my videos right now because I'm sick. But I am incubating about 100 quail eggs and like 5 duck eggs right now. Danny said I couldn't buy ducks. He didn't say I couldn't hatch them. But it's okay because I'm going to look at selling most of them and maybe keeping 1 hen out of the batch to replace our hen we currently have because she's reaching about a year old. So I just went to buy a tri-ball hitch and we always leave with a chicken. We don't always leave with a chicken. We either leave with rabbit food or chickens. Sometimes both. But it's not always, Danny. Sometimes I leave Tractor Supply without a chicken. Lying on me. I leave without animals a good bit of the time. Sometimes. And I'm not an animal hoarder. Y'all want to pick on me tonight, I swear. But yeah, so that's just 1 chick. Just 1 chick. That's it. I could have been a lot worse. It had, you know, hello, Road Dogs Media. How are you doing? We are here. We are live. I am talking about the animals I keep bringing home, much to Danny. Oh, y'all, I almost forgot. We had 7 baby bunnies today. See, I don't always bring home animals. Sometimes they're just born here. Solstice had a litter today. She had 7. I don't think there's a single self-colored rabbit in there. She had a bunch of otters and a bunch of agoutis. And that is so surprising to me because I was hoping for black babies like her. Hello, Micro Farmer. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Are you doing better? I saw your video and I really hope you're doing better. But yeah, so Solstice, which is my Vienna marked mini Rex otters. They look like black otters. So basically, otter and a rabbit on. When you talk about lotuses, if you've seen my video on lotuses, on the A lotus, it's AT adjacent, which is the most recessive of the A lotus. So when you talk about otters, they're one color on top and then a cream white color on their bellies. These all look to be black otters, which makes total amount of sense. And it's not the most recessive. I misspoke. It is the second recessive. So on your A lotus, you have your agouti, you have your otter, and then you have yourself. So the buck I bred Solstice with is an agouti because he's castor, and then he hides the recessive gene that is otter. I'm great, but surgery is in the works, so my growing season might be a little slow. That's completely okay. Don't push yourself. I hope your surgery goes well and that you recover really quickly from it. That really sucks though. Um, but yeah, so she had my girls might have to take over my garden this summer. Hey, I'm sure they'd love to take it over. Um, I get to beat you now, micro farmer. Oh no, healthy competition. But yeah, so I do have to check the babies out. She had, I think, two casters out of the seven, and then the rest look like black otters. So five black otters and two casters. And this is Coco's very last litter. As a lot of you know, I butchered out one of our very last primary stock when it came to our rabbits, which was Coco. And as a last hurrah, I bred him to a couple of does, Solstice being one of them. So I'm definitely very happy that we had this final litter out of Coco, and I'm hoping that that Choco, which is actually his daughter, also caught with him, and that we get another litter out of her. I would love to have one more litter out of Coco on top of what we have out of Solstice. I'm in Home Depot. I'll get on when I get home. Hope you're still on. Blessed with Pets, we will definitely see. Have fun at Home Depot. Hopefully, we'll see you soon. Um, I can't wait to get baby rabbits this summer. Yes, baby rabbits are so much fun. I wish I could show you the progress on the custom raised beds being built from. Yes, the Danny. And in case y'all don't know, Danny's my husband, and he's playing in the comment section. We're pardon me. We're having raised beds built right now by our friend Mario, and they look absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to show y'all it once they're finished and being built. They are beautiful. I am loving them so far. As many of y'all know, Danny got a bulldozer earlier this year and destroyed a lot of things, including my raised beds, because he wanted to level the property out. It needed it, don't get me wrong, the property needed leveled out, but he took out my raised beds too. So now I'm getting new raised beds built, which I'm not complaining because they are bigger and better than ever. They're going to be gorgeous. I'm so excited. When he's done, I'm going to paint them. Can't decide when I'm going to paint them though. Yes. But yeah, we've had a lot go on the past couple of days, even though I've like been out and sick, and like it's one of those sicknesses where like it's not like horrible. It's just one of those things where like I can't talk, and like I was really like hoarse in the throat, and like I sounded like I was a teenage boy because I was cracking constantly. So we're a lot better now. Like a lot better now. And then I got to show, I ran a poll, and if you guys haven't gone over to the poll and voted, I asked y'all if y'all wanted more bunny content, if y'all wanted something different, and only 30% of y'all want like extra bunny content. So what I'm thinking about doing is, instead of the one video a week where I talk about things that aren't bunnies, I'm going to do 2 videos a week that aren't bunny related. So still have a lot of bunny content, of course, but also start bringing in some other things. I'm going to talk about the eggs I'm incubating in the incubator, because this is the first time I'm incubating eggs and I am terrified. We're going to talk about the garden and a bunch of other stuff. My rabbits might be New Zealand rabbits. I thought they were mini Rex, but they are as big as a house cat. Do you have a pedigree on them? Or do you know anything from the previous owner? Because mini Rex get about 3 to 4 pounds. maybe they're standard Rex. Do they have flyback fur, or are their guard hairs the same length as their undercoat? That is a typical, what you see typically with Rex is they have a Rex coat, which means their guard hairs and their under hair coat is all the same length, compared to your New Zealand's that have like flyback fur. Gotta get back to work on this house. Catch y'all on these YouTube streets. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have fun working on your house, and we'll catch you in the next one. Again, thank you for stopping in. No. Okay. No, you can definitely, I'll have to look at your videos to see what kind of fur they have, because if they don't have the typical Rex fur, then they're probably New Zealand's, or some kind of New Zealand mix. Nothing wrong with that. They're just normally a lot bigger than Mini Rex. Mini Rex are pretty petite little things. So yeah. But I do love big rabbits. I say as I stare at Zoomy, who is mad at me for some reason. I don't know why Zoomy's mad at me, but he's been in a very not so cuddly mood the past couple of days, even though I've tried. So he's in a mood, even though I've been feeding him like extra, trying to get him to adore and love me again. So Flemish, what are you gonna do? They're crazy little buggers, but we love them so much. But yeah, which, speaking of, y'all, I have never had this problem before, but like, freaking, I have a doe that I have tried her for like 4 months in a row to breed her, but she won't breed. We'll check it out, but maybe you can show in a video about her. Yes, I can definitely on one of my shorter videos, because I have Rex compared to like my Californians or my silver fox, completely different fur types when you look at like flyback, rollback, Rex fur. I would show you Angora fur, but I am not allowed to get extra bunnies from the outside, and Angoras are not my speed. There's too much brushing that goes on with them, and I have total respect for Angora breeders who just spend most of their lives brushing their rabbits. Like, no hate whatsoever. I just don't have the time and patience for it. But yeah, I can definitely. I was gonna say let me go grab my standard of perfection and do a little bit here, but I think my standard of perfection is in my barn because I have been looking over my Californians and making notes as to what we should breed, because of that series I'm doing right now on Breed It Better, and I'm trying to do better on like understanding the standard of perfection when it comes to Californians, because I'm so used to Rexes that getting the California one down in my brain is just still kind of like that, and I keep wanting to put them as a compact type instead of a commercial type. And in the commercial type, you can have a bit longer of a shoulder. In fact, you want a bit longer of a shoulder. And in a compact type, you want a little tiny ball. And I kind of conflate the two. And sometimes I'll look at a Californian that has great type, and my brain will go, it's not round enough. And then my mentors need to sit here and remind me, hey, this isn't a compact rabbit. You don't want a compact rabbit. You want a commercial rabbit. And it's like, oh yeah, I want a shoulder. I need a shoulder. So trying to get into that habit and everything, which my buck, I'm really enjoying our California bucks. They're really sweet, except for George. George is a little skittery around me. He's nice and everything, don't get me wrong, but he doesn't really like me. Now, Freak likes me, but Freak's a freak, and he likes to spaz out on everything. So, okay, we'll be watching, but I will make a video on my rabbits, come up to show their hair and give some, yes, I will definitely check it out. If you get a video of, like, their hair up close, I can, like, take a look at it, because it's really easy to tell Rex fur from, like, a rollback or a flyback fur, just because of the length of the guard hairs. So, definitely I can take a look. Rex fur is like very unique and very plush and very soft, and I love it, but it's kind of what they were bred for from a standpoint of that specialty fur. With that being said, I am enjoying the silver fox fur right now. It's so soft, which I need to introduce y'all to Wiley and Eduardo, and I can't remember the doe's name. We got 3 new silver foxes to improve the breeding program. Freedom Quail Farm, they're out of her brood, which if y'all haven't looked, she has 1 buck, I do believe, that's still up for sale for silver foxes. If anyone's looking for a silver fox buck, he's extremely sweet, very good looking, but he'll do somebody really good in a program. And he has some really nice silvering. But I just got a buck and a doe out of her litter, and then I have a buck from one of her previous litters. So I got to introduce y'all to my trio I just got. And in exchange, we're getting her a couple out of our mini Rex litters. Unfortunately, our blue-eyed white is a buck. My blue-eyed white's a buck. I'm so sad about that. I wanted a doe. So she's getting our blue-eyed white for her program, which, perfect. He's going to be great. I'm hoping we'll have him long enough to where he can breed one of our does, just enough to where I can get more blue-eyed whites. But if not, I know my two Vienna carriers, and I can breed them again. It's just, I would like to take my Vienna carrier and breed it to a blue-eyed white for more blue-eyed whites. But he's going to do very good in that program. I also figured out, y'all, I'm so excited about this, but yet also I'm kind of side-eyeing it a little bit. I have a lynx. I thought it was a lilac, and I was playing with it, and then I realized that it has the beautiful top coat that looks lilac, and its undercoat wasn't that dove grayish color. It was pure white. And that perplexed me because I was like, that's not right. And then I was looking through my pedigrees, and I was looking through the standard of perfection, and I have a lynx. And it's a buck. Why couldn't it have been a doe? I could have used a lynx doe. I love lynx. They're beautiful. I just didn't think it was going to be a throwback. Hello, my Renaissance grandma. How are you doing? But yeah, so we have a lynx in the program. It's a throwback from Coco. He has a lynx on his line. It would be his sire's line all the way back in the back, one random rabbit. So it's a throwback from in that line. So that's definitely interesting. Sorry about that, guys. I'm so glad you're doing great. It is a great night. I just wish I could talk without coughing. Stupid spring fever. I'm not helping myself out any. I know I'm not. I hydrate on Diet Pepsi and beer, so I know I'm not helping myself. I'm not going to be 25 forever, so I'm going to enjoy my 20s of bad decisions before I hit my 30s. Just for now. I'll regret it later. But yeah, so I really like that litter. We have two blues, we have a chocolate, we have that lynx, we have a low Rufus castor I'm not real fond of. We have a high Rufus broken castor. I'm missing one. Blues, chocolate, low, high. What am I forgetting? We had 7 babies in that litter, and I just colored them. Like, I went through and I looked at their colors, and I know what their colors are, and my brain is drawing a blank. I didn't have any, like, I lost, out of this litter, we lost 2 early on. We had 9, and we lost 1 because it was a peanut. It was a blue, no, that was a lilac. Or it might have been a lynx, to be honest. We lost it within the first couple of days. And then we lost our blue-eyed white because it was a runt. I tried to give it extra feedings, but sometimes it just happens. But, what colors am I missing? My brain is going blank because we have blue 1, blue 2, a chocolate, a lynx, castor, and something else. I'll remember like in an hour, and then I'm going to be like, oh, it was that. Did I say chocolate? I don't know. But I have a couple of show families that they have a couple of deposits down. I have great hopes for our chocolate. When your rabbit's having babies, is the extra vitamins needed in their feed. So we give oats and black oil sunflower seeds. When I am feeding my Mana Pro Grow, I don't supplement anything unless I see a problem. But on Producer's Pride, we definitely substitute with the black oil sunflower seeds and the oats. I did learn of a new supplementation from my mentors that blows my mind. And I love rabbits because you can learn something new. If you have a mama that has cannibalized one of her litters in the past, before she has her babies, give her bacon. And at first I was like, are you serious? Like, what? They're like, yeah, just give her a little tiny bit, like that, about that much, put in her feed, and it fills the salt component and the extra protein component, and it helps them with the minerals and the fats and the proteins that they're lacking to help them not cannibalize kits. A lot of times when they do that, there's something wrong with the kits, or they're just a bad mom, or something along those lines. But if you feed bacon to them, it helps. And my mind was just absolutely blown. And I haven't had a bad mom in a very long time because I normally eat them. So, so I'm very excited to try this. I'm hating this cold. I'm very excited to try this here in the future to see if I'm willing to put up with a mom that long to deal with that. So, I'm very excited about that. That's a new one. So I'm gonna have to try bacon in the feed. But other than that, we don't really supplement much. We have hay, but we give hay to everyone every once in a while. But yeah, I do. I've seen I've seen other kinds of supplementation to help with like other issues that I need to talk to my mentors about to see if it's actually a thing or not. I'm in a bunch of like meat rabbit groups on like Facebook, and sometimes they throw some really wild things out there. So I will go up to my mentors and I'll be like, "Hey, is this like fact or cap? Because this is kind of weird." Great to know that it is normal for first time. Yes, first time moms sometimes eat their babies, and it's just what they do as a first time mom. It's so weird. But I will say, if I have a mom that does do that, I side eye her heavily, and odds are I don't keep her in my program for long because I try to breed that out even in my first time moms. Like, for instance, Sadie, first time mom, she didn't cannibalize any of her babies. She actually took on an extra litter on top of the litter she had. So she went from having 4 babies to she had not, or no, she had 5, 4 or 5. She ended up with 9 babies, and like, she did amazing. She has raised these babies. She's had no problem with it. Absolutely adore her. She's a caster, and I'm actually going to keep her, which is saying a lot because I'm not a real big fan of casters. So, great mom. Love it. Solstice so far is doing great. We'll see how she does in the next couple of days. But like Blue, I got rid of Blue. She got eaten because I was not going to deal with that. She was a horrible mom. Like, horrible, horrible. Like, bad. Like, to the point where, like, her first litter, she cannibalized half the litter, and then her second litter, which was actually the litter I gave to Sadie, she didn't build a nest. She kept pulling them out of the nest box, and she wouldn't go check on them, wouldn't clean them, and I had enough. I know it was only strike 2, but she's also my doe that gave me a buck with a split penis, and I was just not dealing with it. This is great information for me. I'm learning. I'm so glad you're learning because I will talk about rabbits constantly. Oh, speaking of constantly talking, y'all, I figured out why my TikTok got taken down. It is not for the reasons I thought. Apparently, your girl is under 13. I'm flattered. And I got reported multiple times for being under 13. I don't know how. That's like, that's a lot of years past. But with that being said, I'm working on getting my TikTok back. So all like 16, 17,000 of my followers can come back, and I don't have to go play on Itty Bitty Homestead Committee 2, which I have been doing and it's fine. But I can have Itty Bitty Homestead Committee 1 back and get all of my followers back. Because on my other page, I'm like at 200, and I'm like, yay, 200, and they're all like rabbitry people who are like, go itty bitty, go itty. It's like y'all are keeping me going. Thank you. I'm gonna just keep talking about educational content and keep pushing. But yeah, that got me giggling. I look under the age of 13, but I will have to say to the TikTok gods, all of my like adult, like, I had my ID and my tax information on TikTok because I was monetized. So they know I'm over the age of 13, but they took my entire channel down and now have to reinstate everything because they don't have a check and balance for it. So it's like, you'll have my tax information, you'll have my identification, y'all know I'm 25. I'm side-eyeing you, clock gods, I'm side-eyeing you, but they said give it 48 hours. I already have my next TikTok planned, and it's petty, and I'm excited. I'm so excited. Just because I'm like, I was like, yeah, I probably took them off in some other way, community guidelines, yada, yada, yada. No, it was my age. So I'm flattered. I'm just a young spring chicken at the ripe old age of 13, 12, apparently. So, bravo. Bravo me. I am not aging like a tomato in the sun for now. Give it another couple of years. I am sure I will age like a tomato in the sun, but I'm hoping not. I want to age gracefully like a fine wine. It's not going to happen. I know how my genetics work, but I digress. I can go off on this for a while because that got me going. But yeah, so the rabbits are doing amazing. The chickens are doing great. I'm incubating eggs. I'm really nervous about it. It's one of those like little giant like styrofoam incubators. I have been bugging Freedom Quail Farm about it a lot, being like, is this okay? What about humidity? Is this temperature right? What if it's not turning enough? Because chickens turn their eggs like 1,000,000 times a day, and it's on an automatic turner, and it's just like, I'm sure I'm annoying her by now, but it's okay. It's okay because I will continue to bug her. Make sure you wear sunscreen. Yes, I am very addicted to sunscreen. I am very bad about it. Like, I forego makeup and I just like slather sunscreen on. So I'm very, very particular about my skincare. Now, if I could drink more water, that would definitely help with a lot of other things too. I'm not a fan of water. I like flavored water though. Peach, I have those like little Crystal Light, like peach iced tea, like 0-calorie things. Those are amazing and I love them. But water itself, no thanks. But yeah, and beer. I like beer. But water, not so much. I like my water distilled through hops or coffee grounds. Yep. My kidneys and liver probably hate me, but it's okay. We're here to live. We're having fun. But I'm trying to think. I have all these things in my brain that I'm trying to like put in the right order of what needs to get done because tomorrow's Saturday. And I know I need to clean my house, right? This is the problem I have as a farmer slash homesteader, right? I have all these things I want to get done outside. And I would prefer to go outside and go play and go do things like garden and play with my ponies and play with my goat, which I need to redo the goat stall because he got out. The collar of shame doesn't work anymore, so I made the goat a stall so he wouldn't get out, and he's still getting out. So that's a thing, and I'm working on it because he cannot get into my garden this year. The horse ate my corn last year. I'm not dealing with the goat. The goat ate my blackberry bushes and my blueberry bushes. I want fruit bushes, darn it. I want fruit, and he ate them. So we're not dealing with that this year because we're going to put him in his own stall. And then when the goat unfortunately does pass from old age in the next 3 to 4 years, I'll have a perfect stall for a calf or a pig. I want a bottle baby calf and I want to raise a calf. If your kidneys don't like you, mine's put a hit out on me that, oh no, not your kidneys. Oh no. But yeah, so I go outside and I get all these things done, and then everything in the house kind of falls behind. Like, I have piles of laundry I need to fold. And I did do a thing of laundry today when we got home. Proud of myself for that. But all of my stuff like that gets way behind. And then I'm like, oh man, I really need to do that. But I need to go in my garden and get stuff done. Or I need to go get stuff done for my bunnies. I'm running a business here. I need to go make sure things are done for the farmer's market, or things are done for XYZ. So, my granddaughter's chihuahua eats my cherry tomatoes. I have a feeling my bullhound will do the same thing because tiny dog brain. But I would cry. I would cry a lot because my goal this year is actually to get my tomatoes to grow. Because last year I got little green balls about that big, and then we had a snap of frost. And then they all died before they could turn red and I could eat them, and I was so sad. I was so sad. So, we're actually going to try this year to grow tomatoes. Just not as many. I'm going to focus more on, like, squash and pumpkins and radishes and lettuce and that kind of thing that do better in this colder climate we have. I want one red tomato. That's it. I'm just asking for one red tomato. I don't think that's too hard, right? That's not too much for the universe, right? Just one. It could be a little cherry tomato. It doesn't need to be one of my big salad tomatoes. I'm also not growing 50 varieties of tomatoes again this year. I'm sticking to like 2. And tomatillos. I want more green salsa in my life. It's cold, y'all. This cold is killing me. My voice is starting to go and I hate it. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, I get to talk to people, I get to do things, and then my voice is going, and it's like, darn you, immune system, your child only sneezed in your face like 3 times. The joys. She's getting so big, y'all. We went to Great Wolf, and she was standing and cruising and walking along like the little kitty fixtures and trying to stick her whole head into the water fountains. That poor baby. That poor baby tried to drown herself, and she was here for it. She'd do it, and then she'd like pull her face back, and she'd be like, and then she's like, I'm gonna do it again. And it's like, oh baby, no, that does not look comfortable. My squirrels have gotten too smart. They don't go in the trap. Darn squirrels. You want to borrow my dog? My dog will chase them off the property all day long. He will go after some squirrels. My old little doodle back there, Panda, hates squirrels, and I don't know why. Like, he goes after Joe, our neighbor's squirrels, all the time, just like, and just boom off the property. So if you want to borrow Panda for a little while, I'll probably catch him for you. Squirrels are too dumb to get away from him most of the time. And Thor's learning off of Panda, so I absolutely love it. So, definitely working. Definitely getting there. Oh, hello, Ricardo. Was Ricardo being loud? That's Ricardo. That is my macaw. So if you hear screaming in the background, it's Ricardo. What? Yes. Well, are you gonna come bring him in? No. If you wanted me to take him, you're gonna have to come in on the camera. It's a rare Danny sighting.
Bye.
Okay, bye, Danny. I asked earlier if he wanted to like come on live and we could have a nice little live together, and he was like, "No thanks." And that's his answer every single week is, "No thanks." We're gonna have to make a deal. Like, if I get to like 1,000 subscribers, we're gonna have to see if we can get Danny in here. My dog used to go after them. Now she's just laying down and sleeping. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, Ricardo's a good boy. Don't bite me when I say you're a good boy, though. Oh, we're a groom. Thank you. Yes, Rick is my baby. He is my good boy. Although, I had him live on a TikTok once, and he decided that my finger made a great chew toy, and he was just like not letting go of it, and he was like, ah, and it's like, I'm on live. I can't do anything about this right now, and he's just like, I got your finger. He's naughty. Yeah, you're naughty. Yes, you. You say hi? No. Are you a pretty boy? No. Are you a bad boy? Oh, he's a bad boy. Yeah. So, you hear screaming in the background of my videos and it's high pitched, it's Rick. If you hear screaming and it's low pitched, it's our cockatoo Samantha. They're both very naughty. Oh, is that funny? Is that funny? You want to come here? No, you're just gonna bite me? That's cool too. But he is the poster child of why I'm always like, no one needs to get a macaw. If you think it's a good idea, it's actually a bad idea. And I say that knowing fully well that I have an 80-year commitment to a perpetual 4-year-old. Ricardo is 4. He's still a baby. He's going through puberty right now. So he is the equivalent of a very ticked off prepubescent male. But he's still pretty. But yes, he's going in my will to my children. So, right now, Sydney wants to claim him as hers after I die. So, he is my will baby. He is my inheritance to my children. He will definitely outlive me. There is no question about that. But yes, he is the poster child of why no one should ever get a parrot. He is naughty. He likes to chew things. He likes to scream. He likes to fly. He'll get off of his perch, and instead of flying, he will crawl across the floor like a perpetual angry little velociraptor and bite your little feet. Yes, you. He will bite your toes. Yes, you bite toes, don't you? You're very naughty. And he's never, like, actually drawn blood, but it's just not comfortable having a parrot of this size bite your toes. Hop, hop. Yes. Yeah. You're naughty, aren't you? And then there's this thing where he's quiet right now, right? But at like 2, 3 in the morning, he'll sit above the steps, hop, and you'll hear these demon-type noises. And he'll say things like, "Get out. I loved you. Why? Why'd you do this?" Yes, you. And he'll say all kinds of weird, creepy things in his little demon gargle voice. And then Danny taught him how to do the psychotic little laugh. And he'll do it at like 2 in the morning, and it sounds like there's a demon upstairs. And it's just, he's bad. He's naughty. He's horrible. I love him dearly, but he's so naughty. And then also, I got him an indestructible puzzle toy. Okay, I got him more than one indestructible puzzle toy. And they're not they're not indestructible puzzle toys. I don't care what they're marketed as. He destroyed them. They were marketed as indestructible, large parrot toys. And Rick had them destroyed, like broke them to the point you could no longer use them within 30 minutes. All because I put peanuts in them. And peanuts are his favorite treat. Yeah, what? That is my ear. No, thank you. That is my ponytail. Also, no, thank you. Yeah. You gonna do it? Liar. But yeah, so perpetual toddler, always getting into things, always chewing things. He has chewed through, what, 3 now? Yeah, 3 of his perches, and they're not soft perches. I'm gonna take my meds to him. Alright, I hope you have a wonderful night, and I hope your pain is under control, and that you get some really good sleep, and that you get feeling better soon. But yeah, Rick is a naughty boy. Rick is a naughty boy. So yeah. You're not. You're a liar. You're a liar. You want to come up here and actually say hi to people? No, you're just going to chew on me? You're just going to chew on me? I know that looks like really mean and really rough, but that's just Rick. Rick is naughty. Yes, you're so naughty. You're such a bad boy. Yes. Although, he is a military, you wanna come down here? He's a military mix, and we learned after we got him that full-blooded militaries are actually not allowed in our state. So it's a good thing he's not a full-blooded military macaw, he's a military blue and gold macaw. But yeah, there was an Endangered Species Act that basically said that you could no longer buy purebred militaries. So, that's fun. He also likes to regurgitate on fingers. It's disgusting. Here we go. But yeah, he's a naughty boy. You're so naughty, aren't you? I'm trying right now to teach him how to play the cup game, right? So basically, the idea is you have 3 cups, and you hide a nut underneath one of the cups. And you, like, spin the cups around, and if they find it, you click and then let them have the nut. Because he's clicker trained. He does not like the cup game, and he just likes to break the cups and throw them. So the cup game is not for us. But he has a cute little wave. He knows how to say yes and no. What else do you do other than be annoying? You want a head scratch? You gonna bite me if I offer you? Oh, you do like the head scratch? Are you gonna bite me here in a minute once you're sick of it? Oh, happy purrs. Happy purrs. No, but honestly, I pick on Rick constantly because he's fun to pick on. He's actually a very good boy. He's so sweet. He's moody as heck, but he is such a good boy. Aren't you? Yeah, he's such a good boy. Let's say, he's my buddy. He's my little buddy boy. He also just bit me. What's your opinion on Timok rabbits? So, I don't have much of an opinion on them. They were a science experiment done by Texas AMU to create a rabbit that was more susceptible to warmer weather. They are not a recognized breed from the ARBA, but that's perfectly all right because they're purpose bred as meat rabbits. And if you are in a warm climate, I think they are an amazing rabbit to try. I don't have much experience with them because I've actually never seen one in person. So it's kind of like a hit or miss kind of situation. And because they don't have a standard of perfection, there's not really a way to judge them based on the way I judge a rabbit. It's purely how you would judge the purpose of a rabbit you're raising. So if it's for meat and you're in a warm climate, as long as they're gaining weight quick, as long as they're breeding large litters like you would want with a meat rabbit, then they'd be perfect. But besides that, I'm kind of at a neutral standpoint on them. I probably will never try to muck rabbits. And that is because I live in the mountains of Colorado where it's cold as heck and I have cold weather rabbits because of it. Because we get down to negative 20 in the winter. Do you breed silver foxes for show? Yes. We're working on breeding show lines for silver foxes. That's kind of like their purpose and their goal for now. I do have a blue line, and I'm waiting impatiently for it to get approved as an official color because I love my blues, and I will be one of the first people to show a blue silver fox as soon as it's passed by the ARBA. But right now, our parent club for silver foxes is working on those lines, and it's a project being done by like a father-daughter team, and they're working really hard on it. We were just approved for chocolates in the past year or so, I do believe. I don't have chocolates. I don't like the chocolates. I like the blacks and the blues. But they also talked about a couple of like other colors to get approved, such as the lilacs. Lilacs a pretty ouch. What was that for? I love you too. Lilac is a pretty obvious next step for the silver foxes, considering chocolate has been approved, and lilac is a dilute of chocolate. With that being said, as somebody who breeds dilute lines for mini Rex, I can tell you that dilute lines have a lot of problems when it comes to standard of perfection because of how dilute it is. It's very hard to breed those lines into a better standard of perfection more than black, because black is the absolute starter for everything. Do you like roos and brokens? Roos, no, because I breed boos. So I breed blue-eyed whites. So that's counterintuitive towards my breeding program. They're beautiful rabbits, don't get me wrong. They're just not my favorite. When it comes to brokens, I love brokens. I use them to hide my Vienna markings so that I can show more line, or I can show more rabbits in my Vienna marked lines because it is hidden within a pattern. So for instance, I will breed broken blacks into my blue-eyed white lines. That improves their type because again, blacks have the best type out of the Rex rabbits for the most part because they are one of the most well-defined colors that we have. There are a few more that are pretty head-to-head with it, to include casters, because caster is the most dominant agouti type rabbit. So yeah. Love brokens. Roos, beautiful rabbits. They're not my favorites. I will say though, roos are amazing as color checkers. So if you aren't sure what colors a rabbit carries, because of how recessive a roo is, you can take that, breed it to any of your rabbits, and see what they have from a standpoint of carrier. So for instance, if you have a full agouti rabbit, but you're not sure if it's going to breed true as a caster, you would breed it to a blue, or you would breed it to a red-eyed white, and you would see what that caster holds. So for instance, if it is a true caster, a true red caster, it will only produce casters. But if it's a recessive carrier of self, or if it's a recessive carrier of chin or something along those lines, then you would get that when breeding it to a roo. So roos definitely have a great place. I will say if you're looking at breeding for any kind of pet lines, roos are not a good option. A lot of people do not like red-eyed whites as pets because something about they look demonic or whatever. I don't really do pets very often. Pet people, like, some are really great, and then others are on, like, the far side of, like, odd. So if I can just sell to other breeders, or other showers or 4-H kids. That's kind of where I like to stay because they are easier to work with. They're easier to work like I'll just be honest. I like breeders. They understand how to raise rabbits from a scientific standpoint, and there's less emotions to deal with. The emotions are still there. It's just not as on the side of PETA. You know, like people who eat tasty animals kind of dealing with. So I don't like House Rabbit Society and the people who believe House Rabbit Society because normally they're more ethos and pathos arguments and they try to burn your house down. That's a fun story. That's a really fun one. So, yeah. But red-eyed whites are great for their purpose. I don't like them. That's basically where that went to. I will say if you are, I'm not sure if you're like looking at like Rex lines or whatever, but I am really enjoying my chinchilla lines on my standard Rexes. Like I am loving my chin lines, and I breed them to my blacks and my broken blacks to ensure that I'm not getting those dilute lines of chocolate chins. Can I help you? You can actually come, okay, whatever. So yeah, chins are also fun, and they're also really hard to find around here. With that being said, the ARBA just posted there's like 20, 30 different breeds and colors alike that they are looking at taking out of the standard of perfection by like 2028 if more aren't shown at nationals. And I'm kind of freaking out, right? Because on that list are my chinchillas, are my blue-eyed whites, are my lynx, are my lilacs. Basically, every single dilute I show and all of my colors except for my blacks and my broken blacks, they're looking at taking out of the standard of perfection, which means I can't show them. And I'm kind of panicking a little because I'm getting to the point where I'm about to take 20 rabbits to nationals just to ensure that my colors don't get taken down. Like literally, I will pack up 20 rabbits and drive to Kentucky. Because I think Louisville, Kentucky is where our nationals for Mini Rex was this last year. And I think that's where it remains to be. I gotta check. I missed it last year. But I will take 20 of my dilutes to show to ensure that it doesn't get taken down by the ARBA. So, panic. Sheer and utter panic. But that's only for my Rex and Mini Rex lines. So if it were bad enough, I could, in theory, get out of the Rex and Mini Rex and stick to Silver Foxes. But I'm a sucker for Rex, y'all. That was my gateway into rabbits. I can't get out of them because I love them so much, and they're not the best for my barn. They take up a lot of space, and they're only like 3 pounds. Or at least on my minis, they're 3 to 4 pounds depending on my lines. So, are they the best for sustainability? My Rex, I just love them too much. Which, speaking of waste spaces, ouch. That wasn't nice. Why'd you do that? No bite. Speaking of waste of spaces, my champagnes are getting on my nerves. Belle won't breed, and I'm about this close. We were close to Durango yesterday, and I really wanted to call up my champagne guy and be like, look, do you have any does available? Belle is being a bit of a mini, and I need another doe. I was like ready to call him up and be like, I need more champagne does, because it's not moose, I don't think. My buck is way too well, and we had him breed to a Californian just to verify. And they had babies, so it's not moose, so it's Belle. So I need Belle to start having babies so I can get into champagnes to see if I actually like them or not, or if I just want to stick to the silver fox. So yeah, the story of my life when raising 5 different breeds of rabbits because I can't make my mind up half the time. And it's not really that I can't make my mind up. I'm really honestly trying to decide what I want to be as a show barn and what I really like, and if they're going to take away my variants. You actually want to come up here? No? Okay. You just want to... Here. You want to chew on something? How's that? No? I don't have anything crunchy for you to chew on, my guy. I don't. I love you too. But yeah, so... To be honest, I'm just trying to figure out what breeds I want to stick with and what I want to do, because I started off with my Mini Rex, and I realized that Mini Rex were not the best for sustainability, so I got my Rex, but the Rex weren't growing out like I wanted, So I got the silver foxes. And I really like the silver foxes, but they are a rare heritage breed that I'm trying to preserve the breed, so I don't want to just necessarily eat them like I would others, because I want to like get other people into it. And if something is still show quality, it's just not up to my quality, I can sell them to another barn so that they can work on improving the breed and we can have more of the breed and we can preserve the breed. And because, if they're show quality, but they're not like the best show quality, but they do well to improve another breeder's stock, perfect, right? Perfect. Don't want to necessarily eat that. I want to help people. So they're not necessarily sustainable either because I'm trying to preserve the breed. So we got Californians to eat. Like literally, that's all the Californians are there for. But then somebody introduced me to champagnes, and I was like, oh my goodness, those are gorgeous. I love them. And so now I'm trying those. So in the future, will I cut down the amount of rabbits I have? I'm not going to lie to you, probably not. In fact, I'll probably get more rabbits as the years continue. I'm not going to lie, my barn's going to get bigger. I'm going to be one of those breeders that have like 100 rabbits in their barn. We have 21 breeders right now. I just checked my records. We're not counting babies in this. 21 breeders. I'm not sure if I added my 3 new silver fox. I don't think I did, actually. So we have like 24 breeders. It's actually not a lot when you think about a rabbit breeder. A lot of my mentors have anywhere from 1 to 200 rabbits. It is what it is. You have a lot of rabbits when you show because you want to improve your line. You need to improve your lines. Especially my one mentor. She is working on, it's kind of like a crossbreed, and they're trying to get approved by the ARBA. But it's like a true like Rex Harlequin that is its own breed. It's basically they're trying to preserve the breed because you have one of two styles. You have the tube sock or you have the compact, and they are trying so hard to get these colors, not they as in my mentor, but they as in like rabbit people and backyard breeders who don't necessarily understand how the ARBA works because they aren't showing. So their quality of their rabbits is going down for the idea of color. So they came up with this idea of they're going to breed beautiful Harlequin type rabbits and magpie rabbits as a specific breed. And I can't remember, it's not Harlequin as in the Harlequin breed because the fur type is different. It's more like a Rex fur type. And they're breeding it more for like a meat rabbit that has a beautiful coloring but also keeps the appropriateness of the compact. Not the compact, sorry, the commercial, because too many people are breeding compact. They're losing that shoulder. So the idea is to breed this rabbit as a replacement for people who they want a beautiful colored meat rabbit instead of taking these Rexes and basically turning them to tube socks. And if you don't know what I mean by tube socks, when you show a Rex, it kind of has a slight shoulder and then a nice little arch like that. But when you lay them out now, they kind of look like bloop, and they look like little tube socks. They look almost like Himalayans laying down. And that's not the appropriate like shape you want when you're raising a rabbit for meat. Can I help you? You want a thimble or a bobbin? I kind of figured you wanted. Look, I don't have any paper towel rolls here right now, my guy. Nope, I don't. But yeah. So, it's a whole thing. Right now they're, I'm trying to understand the process of, like, how, it works taking a breed and getting it approved by the ARBA. And to be honest, if they asked me for barn space to help improve the breed, I'd have another breed in my barn because I definitely would do it. I would definitely help them get a breed approved by the ARBA if they so wanted me to, because, I mean, I'm here for it. Like, I've learned so much off of this person. They are extremely knowledgeable. The other day, they'll send me, like, random little tidbits of information and random things from me asking conversations in our group chat. And, like, they'll be like, oh, you asked about this. Here's, like, a crap ton of information about it randomly. And I'm like, yes, give me all of the information. So, I'm definitely curious to see how their program goes and how they breed these rabbits and how it works. Because I watched the lion head fiasco, where it took years and years and years for people to take lion heads and make them a original breed. If they did get rid of all the Mini Rex colors you mentioned, would you get rid of your breeders that are of that color? Yes, I would. To be honest, I would. And that sucks to say that because I've worked a very long, these are my lines, but do you need to go bye-byes? But yeah, I would get rid of them. No questions asked. Because at the end of the day, I'm here to perfect the breed. And if it's not an approved color by the breed, I'm not perfecting it. With that being said, if they got rid of all those colors, I wouldn't be raising Mini Rex anymore. It's just the truth of it. And that sucks, because I love Mini Rex, but I love a specific kind of Mini Rex. I love my dilute lines, and I love my blue-eyed white lines, which are really hard to get. So, I hope more people show. I have been providing a lot of 4-H kids with dilute lines and blue-eyed white lines. I have like a few 4-H kids that are looking at getting mine now. When this next litter comes of age. I have a few. I am definitely going to be like, no, you're not taking these. These are DQs or these are false. They're not going to do great for your program. Take this one instead. But I have about 3 rabbits in this litter that are going to make pretty decent showers. I think I got a chocolate that looks amazing. I have a blue that would do really good. And I have a girl who bought a high Rufus castor off of me that would do really well with the low Rufus castor I have with caveats. We'll have to talk about it with her to see what she thinks. But she also wants to get into tort lines, which torts are gorgeous. Don't get me wrong, I don't like torts. Torts bug me. It's the smuttiness on the saddle if you breed it wrong, and then like the fact that only tort is showable. At least from my knowledge, you can't show chocolates, you can't show lilacs, you can't show blues of torts. So I don't like torts because I'm a dilute breeder and I like dilutes. But yeah, so if she honestly wants to stick with torts, I might try to talk her into getting one of the litters Solstice just had, which has a bunch of blacks in it, which would do better for her lines in comparison. So we'll see. But yeah, but if I would get rid of all of my Mini Rex, that would be a very sad day. But I do have people who might do better with the lines that would like to breed them into their other lines for other purposes. We'll see though. It would just all depend. Are you ready to go night-night? Are you ready for night-nights? No, not what's. But I better get going here, y'all. Rick is ready to go to bed. He sees that it is dark outside, and he is starting to get grumpy. Because, like I said, forever 4-year-old. Mom, don't mom me. So, anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much for coming to see me on this live, even though I sound horrible with my voice cracking in and out. I really appreciate y'all coming here, and thank y'all for being so patient with me. With me taking time off for my voice to come back and me not posting videos the past couple of days. I really appreciate it. And, please stop over on my poll answer if y'all want to see different kinds of videos, or if you have any ideas that you want to see video-wise, leave it in the comment section. I'd love to see it. But again, thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see you on the flip side. Bye. I gotta find the exit button. Bye.